Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the Matty Media Cast. This is the fourth instalment of this podcast with me, Matty Burbsley, and to my right once more is the lovely Matty J.
Hello everyone. Bit later than expected, but there you go.
Not as late as last week. We were the whole day late.
Exactly, Sunday. Sunday was the release.
Yeah, we've got a couple of different things to talk about today. We are going to be doing our top 5 movies from the decade of 2010 onwards, so between 2010 and 2020. We've both chose our top 5 favourite films. We'll give our slight little reasoning as to why. Matty is going to be doing a short and quick review on the Netflix series Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Obviously we know from previous experience Matty's very passionate on the Jurassic World.
Very.
So yeah, he's going to be doing a short little review on that for you guys who haven't watched it already. We're going to be talking about Call of Duty and all the goings on there, the fact that they've brought out new maps and whatnot.
I was just going to say we've sort of done away with the movie reviews because we do want to keep being dead repetitive every week.
We don't want to bombard everyone with movie reviews that they're not necessarily that interested about. So
in my dreadful movie review.
Yeah. So we obviously we're not going to stop them completely. We'll carry on doing them, but we'll figure out maybe like a random thing.
Yeah.
So it might be once, maybe twice a month, maybe. The first thing I want to talk about in the news that happened yesterday, being Friday the 5th of February, is the one and only Christopher Plummer passed away, unfortunately. Legendary actor in many different films. He did win an Oscar, I think it was 2010, for the film Beginners. He won the Best Supporting Actor role. Also, he starred in classic films like The Sound of Music. He was the Captain Von Trapp. He was also in the most recent film called Knives Out, which was like a detective series with Daniel Craig and Chris Evans and all that was in it. He played the grandfather that was the one that was murdered. Yeah, shame really. Obviously, we never like to see people pass away, but it is a way of life. Just a shame, really. I mean, he had a good life. 91 years old. Yeah, unfortunate. Anything you want to say, Matty?
To be fair, I can't really say anything because, to be honest, guys, when Matty told me yesterday, I was quite stumped. Because I'm not massively familiar with his work. I've heard of the Knives. Was it Knives Out?
Yeah.
I remember that being announced, but I think if I was to put up a picture and have a look, I'd probably recognise his face. Yeah.
I'll say that Knives Out was a good film. Yeah. It was like the only way I could explain it was like Cluedo. Who done it kind of thing. Daniel Craig was the master detective, and he was trying to solve out who killed the old guy upstairs. But yeah, it was an interesting film. Chris Pratt obviously plays Captain America. He was in it, and he was like the bad boy, and he was everyone thought it was him, but turned out it weren't. Spoilers. But it's a shame. That's all I can say really. Should we move on?
Right. Yeah.
Thingy. Next thing I think we should talk about is Call of Duty.
Oh, definitely that's
the world of Warzone
big.
And the whole nightmarish thing that's going on. The controversy that one of the biggest YouTubers going, Vicstar, has basically told Call of Duty he's never playing the game again. Obviously causing a big uproar. The fact that the amount of cheating that happens on Warzone, I think we've all experienced it at some point.
Definitely.
I don't understand it personally. If you're not good at a game, either don't play it or get better. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's no point in cheating to make yourself win. It's just I don't see the satisfaction in it personally.
To be fair, Warzone's like amongst all the games I play, and Matty'll even tell you, Warzone's probably my biggest played game, like for quite some
Yeah.
time. Um, and it's quite annoying, right? Because I'll give you a few examples. So
Yeah.
what happens with Activision? They get told about a glitch or hackers or anything like that. I'll use one as an example. The stim glitch is
Yeah.
a glitch that is massively abused. And it's not now because it's been patched, but it's where people would do certain tasks to be able to unlock a stim. So obviously in Warzone, you've got to beat the storm. If you get into the storm, the storm kills you, like a gas storm kills you. And if you've got stim glitches on, it puts your health back to normal. And people have been able to like get a workaround sort of thing to allow you to have unlimited stims. And they patched that a couple of months ago, and then it came back straight away because people found a workaround. There was a patch last night for it. Thank God it hasn't been worked around, but
Yeah.
like what's annoying is Activision fixed glitches and then put more glitches straight back into the game.
Yeah. I
Just
don't think. Obviously, I don't think it's intentional.
oh,
Obviously, it's
oh
just
yeah,
that
definitely not.
whoever's coding
Definitely
the
not.
game and recoding out these glitches just seems to create more problems as they go on.
Yeah, exactly. Absolute
Um,
nightmare.
I think it's just one of those. It's a Call of Duty thing. There's
Yeah.
always glitches in every game you go in. There will be glitches, which
Hackers will
is
never.
a shame. Yeah.
Hackers will never leave COD. Hackers will be it'll be
No,
around
but to be
forever.
fair, you probably find it in any multiplayer game.
Hmm.
There'll be hackers somewhere. Fortnite, there's hackers. Bloody PUBG, there's hackers. And everything. You know what I mean? Battlefield, there'll be hackers somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't understand it personally. Um, I don't see like I said, I don't see
Purpose of it.
the purpose that how they get an enjoyment out of it. Or I would generally not enjoy just basically the game winning for me. It just baffles me.
Yeah. I do know. You know what it is. I've always said, and I've always said to everyone who I speak to when it comes to hacking, I would be optimistic and I would like to try it. I don't mean in the sense of hopping into a Warzone game and then just ruining someone's night by being a hacker.
Yeah,
I just mean if I could get into a custom game by myself with like bots in it, I'd love to try that.
yeah,
I've always loved to try. I'd love to try aimbot, but in when it comes to in real terms of when it's an actual physical game, no, it's disgusting. It's embarrassing if you ask me.
yeah. So
But
in
yeah,
light of all this going on, Call of Duty, Activision came out and said that they banned up to 60,000 users on Warzone, which, if you think about it, is a hell of a lot.
yeah,
um,
it is. Thank God.
but at the same time, that also shows how blood and easy it is to hack their game.
Yeah, exactly.
Surely that should spark a bigger warning to themselves. They should be trying to defend themselves against it, but it just seems that they don't at all.
I don't know why I'm yawning, but yeah, it, 60,000 is a lot. Let's just hope they keep it up. Let's hope the system that they've put in place to prevent the hackers is enough. I doubt it, but I hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and also in the goings on of the old Call of Duty, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was Thursday. It came
Yesterday.
out. They released
Oh,
a brand new zombie
yes.
map, known as Firebase Z or Z,
Mhm.
whatever you want to say. We had a run of it last night, didn't we?
Yeah, we ventured into it. About
We got to round
35.
35 first go, which wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot better than the previous one. I can't even think what it's called. Yeah. It seemed to flow a lot more for me.
Yeah.
There was just like a natural flow of how you could of the map. It was just a lot better. Plus, I like the assault waves that they've introduced.
Yep. Agreed.
And that like huge monster zombie thing at like round 30 or whatever it was.
Or
And it was like,
I don't know what his name is. I know it begins
yeah,
with an O.
yeah, it was just something new that I haven't really seen before. Also, I missed like a whole generation of zombies. I didn't play Black Ops 4 Zombies at all, and I only like played the original Black Ops 3 map.
Shadows of Evil.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's the only one I played on there. So I kind of missed the whole generation zombie mode. So I prefer the oldies.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I ain't gonna lie. Black Ops 3 was a cracking zombies. Like some of the zombies was great. But I don't think any of these zombies will live up to the expectations of the originals. The original four.
Like they're on Titan.
Yeah, Nacht, Verrückt, Shino, and Derice. They were phenomenal and
Shino
phenomenal.
Numa was one of the original ones, wasn't that COD 5? It was, wasn't it?
Which one?
Shino Numa.
Yeah, Shino Numa was
Yeah.
the third installment of the zombies map.
That was the first zombies that introduced dogs, wasn't it? The first map that had dogs.
Shino was it?
It was Shino Numa.
Oh yes, Shino Numa. Yeah,
because it was also the first one where you actually go outside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I remember that was a good map. That was. It's good. I know they've introduced some online maps as well, but I don't really play the online of Cold War.
I can comment on this.
Yeah.
They have finally brought back Express. Express was a Black Ops 2 map, if I'm correct, and it was based in a train station.
Oh yes, I remember that one. It's got the train tracks at the front, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that one.
And it was a fantastic map. And it still is a fantastic map. I was so happy when I seen it back. Because I jumped straight onto zombies. That was my first thing as soon as I finished the update. It was like, right, zombies first. And then I'll jump on online. And hopped on and seen Express and I was buzzing. I couldn't believe it. Played it and absolutely smashed it. First game. Really recommend it, everyone. Definitely.
I have to play Cold War a bit more because I haven't really played it a lot.
Yeah, we'll definitely, if you
I've
fancy
only
it,
gone on
hit
the
that up more.
zombies lately. It's a shame, really. I don't know. It didn't really grip me when I played it. I think I played it for about 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It just something didn't click. You know what I mean? When I was playing it was like it's not gripping me to play more.
Like the online side of things is not as good as previous ones. It really isn't. Which is a shame. But it's still decent. I ain't gonna tarnish it because I can't say bad things about it, but we'll save that to a later date. But it's decent. It's decent. But just it is what it is. It is what it is.
Do you want to move into these top fives?
Yeah. So, yeah. If you want
Or
to
actually, no. Actually, we'll jump into Jurassic World if you want.
Yeah.
Let's have the top fives towards the.
I'll give you a quick rundown of what the crack is. So I finally decided to pick. I want to say pick up the courage, but I finally picked up myself to finally watch Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, the new little limited series on Netflix, which was funny enough. I didn't realize this until I was watching the credits roll. It was actually directed and produced by Steven Spielberg. Even I know the Jurassic series is Steven Spielberg and Colin what is he? Trevorrow or something or whatever he's called. But yeah, Steven Spielberg produced this series. Quick little rundown because I'm not going to bore you into it.
Quick before you start, Johnny Films has just asked, "Do you like Jurassic Park?"
Yeah, I love Jurassic Park, Johnny, and you know this. But yeah, just a quick little rundown. So what it's about is 5 kids get chosen to go to visit Camp Cretaceous, which is a new little sector that is built within the island of Isla Nublar. One of the kids, which is called Darius, I think it is.
Yeah, Darius. Yeah.
Darius, him and his dad used to love, or still did love dinosaurs when he was a kid. Unfortunately, his dad passed away in the series, and it was him and his father's dream to visit Jurassic Park one day, Jurassic World, and well, unfortunately, the father never got to do so with his son. And Darius had to play a video game to unlock his ticket, and he was the first ever person to complete the video game. And he got to go to Jurassic World. They go to Jurassic World, get lost out in the wilderness. Everything starts to get screwed up as they always do in the films.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just basically a series built on survival of the fittest, I would say. Basic little review of it. You know what it is? And this coming from a diehard Jurassic Park fan, I actually don't mind it. I didn't think it was that bad. When I first was watching it, some of the characters were very annoying, like to the point where I just wanted to like RKO them because they were like literally that annoying. But no, over time you get a liking for the characters that are actually in the series.
Yeah.
And I really recommend. I mean, I know not everyone's a fan of Jurassic Park, and definitely not as much as me. But honestly, if you're looking for something to watch during this awful period, stick it on. Like, just honestly stick it on and watch it and give it a try, just like I did.
Yeah.
But,
I can speak on this from experience because of the fact that my daughter is obsessed with it as well. And I have watched season 1 of Jurassic World like at least 30 times. Because it got to the point where she probably watched it twice a day. It was crazy.
Seconds, everyone.
I mean, I didn't mind it. It was interesting. It was interesting now that it kind of tied in with the story of Jurassic World, but it didn't at the same time.
Yeah.
It was on at the same timeline, but different, which I didn't understand at times. But obviously, it's just a little animated series, so I weren't expecting too much. I've watched. I know. I've seen through season 2, but I haven't properly paid attention to it, so I don't even know what the story's about.
If you can accept it for what it is, which is a cartoon, and don't take it too literal, then you'll enjoy it. That's the attitude I went in with. Because I mean, to be fair, we're all kids in my mind. We all love a cartoon or one form of cartoon. And if you do like cartoons, I recommend it, and in Jurassic Park as well. But honestly, like coming from me, I enjoyed it. I literally don't. There's a few things that really surprised me with the use of the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There was dinosaurs that weren't really shown in the actual movie itself. Like for example, the Carnotaurus, that was only really shown in Jurassic Park 3, the original, and in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. But like Fallen Kingdom, it gets killed instantly.
Yeah. Even in Jurassic Park 3, it's only in there for like
a split second,
30 seconds of that, and you don't see anything of it.
Yeah, it looks at them when they're digging through shit, and it walks off. It walks off in disgust. But yeah,
you touch my shit. God damn it.
That's one big pile of shit. Watch it. Honestly, watch it. I'm sorry that my review isn't up to high standards, but you can't really be high standard for a cartoon unless it's something.
I think it was more aimed at kids, I think.
Yeah, it's true.
Trying to maybe entice them into the series, because let's face it, a live action Indominus Rex is quite intimidating compared to a cartoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To be fair, go on. You go.
I've lost my train of thought now. Shouldn't be doing this.
You know what really surprised me is, I mean, I know it's a cartoon, but how good the use of the graphics and stuff on the film was.
Yeah.
Like some of the dinosaurs, I mean, obviously it's not going to be anything in comparison to live movie, but like the Indominus Rex and the Indominus Rex and the T-Rex just looked like stunning. Like, it was
the graphics
really surprising.
were really good. To be fair, it was something that really impressed me.
and it's like, funny enough, I found sometimes where it would catch you off guard and it would scare the shit out of you. Like there's one scene where Darius and I can't think of that other names, that last name, the rich kid.
Oh
I
yeah, it
think
does,
his name
mate. It does.
begins with a K. Where they're in the
Kenji.
Carnotaurus.
There you go. That's
What's his name?
Kenji.
Kenji. When they're in the Carnotaurus paddock, and they're getting chased, and Darius jumps into this thing, and you can tell what's about to happen. Literally, the Carnotaurus like smashes through the little side fence, and that scared the shit out of me. I knew what was coming, but it still scared me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend it.
The thing that confused me about that is how much of a dick that Kenji is. Like,
Oh,
why would you jump into a Velociraptor paddock to get them both in trouble? And then two, why would you go underground into the Carnotaurus pen? What a dick.
that lass. That was the one that annoyed me the most. The glam superstar vlogger. She pissed me off. She fucking.
Matty's got a vendetta against the girl.
Honestly, I couldn't. Like at the start, I couldn't stand her because she was so annoying. And if Matty's watched it as many times as he says, he'll be the exact same.
Yeah.
She's such a little bitch. But as soon as it moves on, she becomes nice, and she's not as much as a self-centered dickhead.
Yeah. I quite like. Is it Ben?
Yeah.
Like the nerdy lad. The fact that he sanitised his hands and his legs and everything on the way to the lab. Oh mate, what a G! What an absolute player.
Oh man,
I love it.
And Bumpy's so cute. Oh, what a cute little Ankylosaurus. But
right.
yeah.
Well, what are you rating it? Quick rating.
I'll give it a solid 4. Solid 4 is what I give it.
Generous.
But when we come back to next week's podcast for episode 5, I'll give you a quick rundown of season 2 as well and tell you how I think of that. But yeah, carry on. Let's go. Go.
We're gonna move into our top 5 movies of the decade of the 2010 to 2020.
Let's do it.
So basically, we've each chose our top 5 movies of those 10 years gap. We'll give you a quick reasoning why. Obviously, we're not going to go into a full review in a film.
Discussion,
each one. We can talk about each film as we go on, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you want to start, May, or shall I? Because I know for a fact our number 5s are both the same, so we might as well start together. At number 5, for me and Matty, we both placed Jurassic World, the first one. Obviously released in 2015, directed by Colin Trevorrow, who's obviously been involved in the whole series as a whole. Obviously, lead actors Chris Pratt and lead actress of Bryce Dallas Howard, centres of the stories. It stood out for me, to be fair. It was quite enjoyable. I know it's a lot of people think, it's Jurassic Park, basically it's the same, there's dinosaurs and the breakout, blah 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 blah, but it's well made, the story was decent, the acting was decent, and you know what I mean, the CGI effects, the dinosaurs look real, and it's just a generally really good film.
Yeah, do you know what? I can't see. There's not much I can put on to that because I agree. It was decent. Like, I can't really say anything bad about it. My only issue now with films nowadays, and this being one of the main culprits, is I know you mentioned it. Yeah, the CGI is good and it's phenomenal for what it is, and for what they can do with it. But if you look back to the original, like how more realistic it looked in the first one, because that actually used full piece. Well, it didn't use the full size one, because I mean a portion of the original one was CGI, but they used a big bust head of a T-Rex. whereas this one is it's just all CGI.
True
But,
story,
yeah.
right? I have actually been. There's a theme park in Devon called Dinosaur World, and they actually have the animatronic T-Rex that was used in Jurassic Park. And I shit
right.
you
I'm
not,
going
it
there.
is frightening. It's huge, and like you can, it's just constantly roaring every time. We went years ago, and obviously I know this is a little bit personal. Matty, my little brother Leo, he was only a baby at the time. He was absolutely petrified of this T-Rex. But obviously, it's not just the T-Rex. They've got like animatronic velociraptors. They've got I can't think what the dinosaur's called. You know, the one that it's like it spits at Dennis. What's his name?
Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, Dilophosaurus. Yeah, they've got like an animatronic one of them that actually like spits water as you walk past. It was really good, to be fair. Well worth it if you're ever down that way.
We're going there. We're
Yeah.
going there. We're going there.
Yeah, it was in North Devon, I believe. Yeah, but I just thought I'd add that in there.
If my camera's going off, guys, it's just so I can quickly grasp what the next segment is. But yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go on to number.
How'd you rate it?
We're giving ratings.
Do
I'd
you want to
give it
give
a
ratings?
solid. Yeah. I'll give it a solid 4.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
4 out of 5.
Me next.
Yeah, what's your number 4?
Number 4 for me is On a Thief. That was released this last year, 2020, and it was a film by Liam Neeson. I didn't get the chance to see who it was by, but yeah, it's just a basic film. It's one of Liam Neeson's films. I say that in the sense that pretty much, as everyone knows, Liam Neeson's films are very, very similar. I mean, excluding Schindler's List, because that's completely a different film. But honestly, Taken, Non-Stop, they're all similar in their own little way. It's him saving someone or whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, he plays a bank robber, and he robs banks and then tries to hand himself in, and yeah, the rest is history. Brilliant film. Fully recommend people to watch it. My rating, I'll give it a 4.5.
Solid. Right, my number 4. I nearly said 5 then. My number 4, I'm going to be giving to Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. I know it was a bit controversial. A lot of hardcore Star Wars fans didn't like it at all. And I kind of understand why. The ending wasn't the best. But I'd still rated the movie as a whole. The storyline of how it happened was good. My old general feeling of the film was it was kind of a little bit long-winded to a short ending. It's like the whole film built up, and then within, you're expecting a massive battle, and then it seems like it's over in 30 seconds. But can't take away from the obviously the acting in it. Obviously the Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, they're all obviously the key actors that they perform really well in the film. Obviously it's directed by J.J. Abrams, which he's done the previous 2. And obviously he was involved in the Star Wars series, just the original one. So obviously he's got the connection to the whole series. He knows what direction it was going in. Obviously it took a little bit of a U-turn when Disney got involved and bought out LucasArts, but I feel that they did a good job as a whole.
Yeah.
And like I say, I know the hardcore Star Wars fans, that live and breathe lightsabers. They weren't best pleased with it, but I think it was a solid film. CGI was brilliant, and to be fair, the whole film was made by a little character called Babu Freak. He's teetering on alert box worthy of. I absolutely love Babu Freak. He was brilliant. Favourite character of the whole film, and I think he has about 4 lines. But yeah, I am going to rate that a solid. I'll give it a 4 A 4 out of 5. Purely, I think, because the ending kind of lets it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But still, overall, a really good film.
My number 3 is The Equalizer. Once again, can't tell the producer, but I can tell you the main actors. Well, main actor. The main actor is Denzel Washington. He plays a man who is an ex-military man. He's quite skilled in what he does. And the basic synopsis of it is he tries to save a life of a prostitute. There's a prostitute in the film who's played by Chloe Moretz Grace, or Grace Moretz, or whatever she's called.
Chloe Grace Moretz,
she plays a prostitute within the film, and it's basically about saving her and saving his friend at work, which is a security guard. For the love of God, I can't think of his name, and it was literally right in my head. But yeah, these big, like I would say, drug lord Russians, run this like prostitution ring sort of thing, and a drug deal and whatever else you could probably expect them to do, and he basically goes on a tangent to getting rid of them. To be fair, tries to kill them all, and does so. And yeah, it's really good. It really is good, and that came out in 2014, I think it was. Yes, that came out in 2014. So yeah, go and give it a watch. It's on Netflix and Sky at the moment. Yeah. So go and give it a watch.
Also got a prequel, a sequel, not prequel.
Yep, it's got a sequel.
An Equalizer 2, yeah, that came out.
It's got an Equalizer 2. Then again, that wasn't too bad. That really wasn't too bad. Not as good as the first one, which is what it's like for most films. But yeah, my rating for that, I'll give it a 4 out of 10, 4 out of 5. To be fair. 4 out of 5
Sweet.
Well. What's your number 2?
Just well, I'm still on number 3, man.
What? Yeah, go ahead.
Just a little introduction. While we're doing this, obviously, if people haven't already, obviously you can hit that follow button to follow us on Twitch. We're live. Well, our podcast is live every Saturday, around 9 PM. I can't say 9 PM exactly because I don't think we've actually started one bang on 9 o'clock yet.
Apart from the first one.
Yeah. So yeah, if you follow us on here, you can watch us live every Saturday night, or if you go over to YouTube, you can follow us over there. Subscribe to our channel, and you can see the podcast is uploaded there every Sunday. So obviously we record it Saturday night, and then on Sunday we upload it to YouTube. So yeah, obviously if you don't make to the live, you can always watch it over there. Like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We've just search the Matty Media Cast, and we come up on there just to keep in touch. We post stuff throughout the week, and yeah, just generally have a chat with us. Obviously you can make up your own topics if there's anything you guys want us to talk about, anything we think you should talk, you think we should pick up on, obviously let us know over there. And yeah, that's probably the best place to pick us up is on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say. Facebook is the best place, I would say, out of all of the social media platforms that we're on, to keep an eye out on any updates about upcoming podcasts or anything like that. If we've ever got any issues, as you'll have seen, last week we had a bit of an issue and we didn't manage to do the podcast until Sunday. But yeah, like I say, if you ever want to ask us anything, like Matt said politely there, head on over to Facebook or Twitter and ask us a question. And if you want us to do a topic, send some topics in. Send some topics in.
Obviously, the fact we're live now, obviously, you can put it in the chat and we'll pick up it live as we're talking. We'll roll with the punches because that's how we roll.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Can you tell I've had a drink? Can you tell that I've had a drink?
everyone, for everyone wondering, that's
Just a
black
disclaimer. Yeah, I'm on the pop.
He's on the pop. He's on the
Right.
pop with a bit of spice.
What was your rating for the Equalizer? Sorry.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. That's a nice.
What was it? Number 3 you've got to do now.
Yeah, my number 3. It's kind of a theme now. My number 3, I'm giving to Godzilla. The 2014 film. Directed by Gareth Edwards. Obviously, it's got the likes of Bryan Cranston in it. I think it's Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's plays his son in there. And what's her name? Out of One Division. I can't think of her name.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about.
She's in there as well. I personally love the Godzilla series. Obviously, this film being the first in the series. I just think they're really well made. The story grips you from start to finish. Just makes you want to watch more. The fight scenes, obviously, between Godzilla and the Mutos are just next to none. They leave nothing missing really. The son is Pedro from the Avengers as well. Yeah. Hang on, what's this notification? Matty, speak a sec.
Hello there.
That's alright, still got you. That's alright. I thought we lost you again.
No.
Yeah, it's really well made. The story's really good. I am waffling really bad. I can't get my words out. I'd definitely recommend it to anyone that hasn't watched it before. Godzilla was just a pure badass in this film. 100%. Comes to F shit up. And does effectively.
Yeah.
Obviously, they changed the design on him from... Obviously, there's multiple different Godzilla films out there. There was one in the early 2000s with Matthew Broderick in there. Obviously, in that film, he was just a lizard that got caught up in an atom bomb test and was exposed to radiation and become this massive, huge lizard beast thing that raised New York and lays his eggs underground. But this one is kind of like a titan kind of thing. Basically older than life itself. He's been around for years and years and years and years. Before the human race even began as a protector. And obviously these Mutos were from that same time era, and they've exposed, they've hatched from their eggs, as you will. Probably the easiest way to explain it. Yeah. And yeah, he's just on a one-man mission to go and kill these two Mutos that decide they want to lay their eggs in. Is it San Francisco? I think it is. It's just brilliant film from start to finish. The only downside I could think is the fact that I wanted Bryan Cranston to be in it a little bit longer.
Yeah.
From the trailer when it first got released, he was the focal point, so you assume that he was the main man throughout the film, and it just seemed, without obviously spoiling it, it just seems that he kind of goes really quickly, which is a shame, but it doesn't take anything away from the whole experience. So I want to rate that 4.5 out of 5. That's my number 3.
I like that. Right, so my number 2 is Ready Player One, which was released in 2017 or 2018, if I'm right. If you bear with me 1 second. It was released in 2018. This one I can't tell you because I'm very sure of it. It was produced by the one and only Steven Spielberg. So basically it's a film based in a virtual reality world where they all live in this big town with caravans stacked up on each other. The whole town is literally based upon stacks of caravans. And they go into a virtual reality world, and it's basically about saving their
Yeah.
entire like virtual reality world. Like this is their place to get cut off from the entire world and have their own little world. And it's you know what it is? It's a really good film. And this isn't the main reason before anyone sparks it and thinks it is, but it's got uses of like the Jurassic Park T-Rex, King Kong, the Iron Giant. If anyone's ever seen that,
What a
that's an
film.
absolute classic film. Um, Back to the Future, Tron. It's got all sorts of uses of films. There's so many references from other films. It's crazy. Um, and I massively recommend it for everyone to watch. It's honestly, it's brilliant. And yeah, I'm sure that's on Netflix at the minute for everyone to watch if you want to go and watch it. I mean, I very much doubt that people haven't seen it. I think Matt hasn't watched it yet, but I know
I
he's
have
getting
not.
around to watching it at some point when he's able to. But yeah, massively recommend it. And you know what it is? I'm going to be nice with this, and I'll give it a 5 out of 5 because it was fantastic. It's
Damn.
fantastic.
I
But
suppose you
yeah.
got to be ramming on the 5 out of 5 levels.
Oh,
Right, my number 2, sticking with Godzilla, is Godzilla King of Monsters. The second installment in the series. Obviously, we're still waiting on the third, which comes out in a month and a bit, which I am extremely excited for. Like, I'm giddy just thinking about it. Like, I generally can't wait to see Godzilla kick King Kong's ass. Because I'm on Team Godzilla. I don't know about you guys or anyone interested. I am Team Godzilla 100%. But yeah, Godzilla King of Monsters, similar kind of situation to the first one. There's this like vile company called Apex, and they are like reviving these historical titans as I think they are labelled in the film, and I think there's 7, maybe 8 in the whole world of these titans. And Apex are set out to revive them all for whatever crazy reason they have. The main titan in this film that kind of rivals Godzilla, I can't think of its name, but I know it's like a Hydra. Obviously, it's like the 3-headed snake head giant monster dragon thing. I think that's like the main guy that Godzilla's after. Obviously, there's other titans in there like Mothra, who does end up actually helping Godzilla in the end. But yeah, again, it's just a brilliantly made film. Funny enough, it's actually directed by someone different. His name is Michael Doherty. I was surprised, really. You'd think something of like this scale would all be like one director. But yeah, I think he captured the whole series well. Obviously, there was some little changes to Godzilla himself in the design. Obviously, like I think the main one was the fact that his I want to say his spines, like the spines on his back, they had more like detail in them than the first one.
yeah.
But yeah, really well made film. Obviously, again, I'm talking about CGI, but the CGI of these monsters was unbelievable. Like, you generally would believe that they are actually real. You know what I mean? It's just really well made. Again, if you haven't watched it, 100% recommend you to watch it. It's got the likes of Millie Bobby Brown. Obviously, if you've watched Stranger Things, she plays 11. She's in it. You got Carl Chandler, who was actually, funnily enough, he was in the original King Kong film with Jack Black. He was in there. Ken Watanabe returns as Dr. Serizawa, and Vera can't say that name. Vera Farmiga. She plays Dr. Emma Russell, who's basically Madison Russell, played by Millie Bobby Brown, her mom. Yeah, it's just really brilliant film. Definitely recommend it. I am going to give that one a 5 out of 5 for me. Gripped me from
Oh.
start to finish. Literally, could not stop watching it.
So it all comes down to this for the top one. If you didn't expect where this was going to go, I'd be very much shocked. The very top one on my top list and number one is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Which I'm quite surprised at myself, actually, to be fair, because I probably should have put the first one at the first and the last one up. Yeah, you get me. But this one was good. It really was good. It was released in 2018 as well, and it was produced by the one and only Steven Spielberg and Colin Trevorrow, whatever he's called. He played the executive producer within the film. Right, what do I have to say about it? It's a really good film. That's a film that gripped me from start to finish as well because of his love in the series. I was gripped from start to finish. To be fair, I did find a couple of scenes and a couple of bits of it a bit daft. I just thought the whole thing of like dark web and the dinosaurs at a black market sale, I just thought it was a bit daft. Because it's almost like they keep doing what they've already done. Like in the sense, I mean, they've opened the park on Isla Nublar again when they knew the first one got ruined. Then they did it again. That one got ruined.
Yeah.
And now in Jurassic Park: The Lost World, they sell the dinosaurs in that one to another park, and then they're doing it again in this one, and the dinosaurs got out. But yeah, bit daft. Still enjoyed it. What's more to say about it? They sell a couple of dinosaurs. It all goes tits up. There's a brand new hybrid dinosaur that the one and only Henry Wu crafts in the lab. That was daft. The Indoraptor was just... It was a fearsome dinosaur, but a daft-looking dinosaur as well. Probably the most intelligent dinosaur that I've seen in the entire series, apart from the raptors, which even though Indoraptor's sort of similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing much more that I can really say about it, to be fair. There really isn't. And I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5.
Damn.
Which is quite surprising because you'd expect me to say 5, given that it's at number 1. But yeah, go and watch it. It's on Netflix, Amazon, and Sky at the minute. If you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it. Enjoy.
The thing that confused me with that film, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously that they introduce, I can't think of his name, the old guy who's manner that they're in.
Lockwood.
Like obviously, like it shows that he was like also one of the main players in Jurassic Park, the original one, being brought about with John Hammond.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you never see or hear of him in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, neither.
Or was he just like a made up character just for the sake of it? Or I don't understand.
That's what I think, to be fair. I really do. I just think... I mean, I just don't know where they're going to go for this series. The next one, I'm going to be honest, this is the only one out of the entire World Series that I can say that I'm thoroughly excited for, purely because it's bringing back the original actors like the likes of Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and what's her name, Laura Dern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm massively excited for that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Obviously, it was meant to be coming out this year, wasn't it? But got pushed back to 2022.
yeah. So we've got another year to wait, but it means that's another year that they've got to tweak it and do anything that they need to do for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. On to my number one. My number one film was from 2019, and it was The Joker. Honestly, I went in with no expectations, but me and my partner went to the cinema to watch it, and I was physically just blown away by the whole experience of watching it. It's another one of those movies like Matty, like the ones you've been reviewing lately, Obviously like Patch Adams and the Truman Show, it really attacks your emotions. Obviously knowing that he is in theory the bad guy, but the way he is, the way he's treated by other people, it makes you feel so sorry for him and makes you feel like you understand why he's doing the things he's doing. Like I say, it really just attacks your emotions. It's a really good show to anyone like struggling mental health wise, because you physically see that this guy is proper struggling. You know what I mean? He's in a deadbeat job, dressing up as a clown, spinning signs on a corner. He lives at home with his mom in like a crappy little apartment. He's got this weird like
Persona.
I want to say like disease.
Oh.
It's like a disorder where he'll just laugh for no reason. It could be any sort of situation, and he just uncontrollably laughs to the point where, you can physically see his throat closing up because he's laughing so much, like he's being insulted by people, and he just starts laughing. He can't control it. The first scene where you really see it happen. He's sat on a bus, and there's like a little kid in front of him who turns around and starts putting silly faces. And the woman obviously the kid's mom turns around and says, "Oh, don't play with my son," blah 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 blah. And then he just bursts out laughing uncontrollably, like literally like wetting himself laughing. And he's got like a little card that says, "I have blah de blah syndrome. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm sorry for whatever." And the whole film just shows kind of like, I want to say, deterioration of his mental health. You can see him like gradually like lose the plot to the point where he snaps, and then obviously you just from that point you see the birth of this character, the Joker, who obviously goes on to all the other Batman films as like one of the main evil protagonists in those movies. Obviously it was a different Joker from Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight. Obviously the performance in that movie was next to none, like absolutely amazing, and will always be one of my favourite movies of all time. But this one definitely did it justice as well. I was a little bit sceptical to start with, being the fact that I was such a fan of the Dark Knight series. But it definitely made up for what I kind of had reserved in my mind.
It got a lot of stick as well because of the use of like how graphic it was, wasn't it? Was it because of how graphic it was?
Yeah, it was very graphic in parts, not all of it. I mean, there are a couple of pretty gruesome scenes. Obviously I don't want to go in and spoil it for people that haven't watched it, but there are some scenes that take your breath away, like, oh god, like is that like is that allowed? But it just, I think I prefer it being in there. I think it wouldn't be as good if the gory stuff wasn't in there, because it just shows the psyche of this bloke. You know what I mean? I can't think of his last name, but obviously his name's Arthur. It just shows the psyche of of how much he deteriorates over time, and excuse me, how much the world pushes him to become this like evil person that will literally just do anything he wants because he's sick and tired of taking other people's crap. You also find out in this film, which is quite interesting, that technically he's Batman's half brother. You find out that his mom, who is constantly ill throughout the film, that she had like an affair with Bruce Wayne's father. Well, because she was a maid in their house, like in their manor. She had an affair with him, and obviously Arthur was born. He confronts him at his house, but obviously Bruce Wayne's father just denies it straight away. But I think it's quite interesting and quite adds to the whole series that, you know, technically the Joker and Batman are brother. Like Shauna says, I think the bad bits would only upset people who don't acknowledge things like that happen in real life, which is true. There are people going through a lot of stuff, and they do break, they do snap, and they do things that maybe they wouldn't have done before. But, you know, they do stuff on instinct that, you know, they defend themselves, which is, you know, it is what it is, unfortunately. Bad things happen in this world.
Agreed.
But yeah, my rating for that is 100% 5 out of 5. Joaquin Phoenix was brilliant throughout, as, you know, he got all the plaudits afterwards. All brilliant reviews for his acting. Obviously he had to go through a lot of body transformation as well. Like Arthur, the character Arthur is like really badly anorexic. He obviously had to go through that body transformation, and yeah, he flawless performance. Right, Matty, that's our top 5?
That's our top 5 there, sir.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Because I think we should probably wrap this up, because I'm struggling.
No, that's
We've been going for it. We've been going for an hour or so now. So
that's all.
Is there anyone in the comments, that wants to add anything to the stream or wants us to talk about anything?
Johnny, I know you've got some stuff that you'd like to talk about. If I know you right, if you're still there, mate, you got any suggestions?
What was you about to say, Matty? Sorry. Matty?
No, I'm saying Johnny, if you've got anything, Christian, Sean.
Sean has put one film you went to see that let you down.
Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Even though you put it number 1.
Even though I put it number 1. That let me down. You pick yours first, and then I'll.
I can't really think of any, you know. I think the one film I probably went and saw in the cinema that I walked away from thinking I really didn't enjoy that was James Bond. It was Spectre.
I could
came
probably
out in
agree with that,
2015. I really didn't enjoy it at all. I walked away from that film thinking, God, that was awful. I know a lot of people like the James Bond series, but I just didn't agree with it at all.
I can't comment on it unless I see Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Because I didn't really know what else to put in number 1. Yeah, I mean, I know this is going to be a big plot twist, but Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I mean, I didn't go into the cinema with the expectations of it being really, really good. I knew it would be a bit iffy, but it could have been a lot better. And that's another thing I can say. One of my expectations with most Jurassic Park films now, they're more than likely an hour and a half longer. And with this film, everything in this film was rushed. It was heavily rushed. Like the fact that they got from Isla Nublar to selling the dinosaurs within about half an hour of the film is just mental. And there wasn't much story to it at all.
No.
But yeah.
It broke my heart seeing where they're driving away on the boat and the Brachiosaurus is there. He's just stuck. You see that the smoke from the volcano just engulfing him. I was like, oh God, I don't want to watch this anymore, but I've got to.
But yeah, that was a horrible scene. That gripped everyone, to be fair. That really gripped everyone. But there's your answer from me. That's that. Any more questions from anyone? Anything else? Anything else you want to ask?
Yeah,
I've
like a little timer.
I've put a suggestion up to Matt, and this is a question for you. Since we've done a top 5 movies of the decade from 2010, I think it would probably be a good idea to put a good series, top 5 series from the decade from
Yeah.
2010. If that sounds good. If not, then
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
I'm sure we'll all discuss it. I'm sure we'll decide.
Yeah. Right, I think we're going to end that there for this week. We haven't got anything else written down. Anything else that we've got set for this week. But we obviously will have more next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you up for playing a bit of Minecraft?
I'm up for playing a bit of Minecraft. I am.
So what we'll do, I'm gonna end the stream for 5-10 minutes. Gather myself because man's emotional right now. Have a quick breather, and then we'll start back up with some Minecraft. Obviously, anyone watching now live, if you haven't already, hit that follow button. I know, to be fair, this episode has been a bit of a shambles, to be honest. From a personal point of view, I've been pretty poor. I'm not really myself.
Been good, man. Been good.
But yeah, hit that follow button. If you see in the bottom right corner of the screen, once we hit 100 followers, we'll be giving a £10 gift card away. I think we had a similar plan for the YouTube channel, didn't we?
Yep, we do.
You have to remind me what it was.
When we hit a certain amount, and I haven't really came up with something yet, but when we get, we'll get. I'll tell you what, we'll get you this answer by sometime this week, and if you keep an eye out on the Facebook, I'll put a post up, or Matty will put a post up ourselves, and that'll be all your information there.
Yeah.
And I'll personally myself, I'll do a £10 giveaway for that as well. I'll do a £10 giveaway myself.
Yeah. So if you haven't already, the link is in the chat somewhere for the YouTube channel. Go follow us over on Facebook and Twitter. Just search for the Matty Media Cast, and we pop up there. If you have anything you'd want us to talk about, post it in the. You're probably best off doing it on Facebook. Put it in the comments section somewhere. We'll pick it up and we'll integrate it into one of the episodes. But definitely hit that follow button. Go over to YouTube and hit that like and subscribe. And I would really appreciate everyone watching. It's been an emotional journey so far. 4 episodes in, and yeah, it's going well. I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, we've had some issues technical wise, but I think we've coped really well, and hopefully we can continue to bring good content to everyone watching, and have decent conversations and bring up some interesting things. Obviously, the plan is for the future. We've got other things. We're going to be doing more of our top 5 films from various different decades. We will be reviewing the new Godzilla film as soon as that comes out. As soon as we get the chance to watch it. I think watching it is going to be an issue in the UK unless they bring it out somewhere like on Sky or something, or Amazon, anywhere like that. But yeah, we'll find a way. We shall overcome. So yeah, once more, thank you again so much for watching. And I'm going to end the stream now, but we'll be back on in about 5-10 minutes playing some Minecraft if anyone's interested. So I will see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Whoa.